Hello, this is Sonja from my Happy Space. Welcome back at my channel. I asked you about 2 videos back to vote for what devotion we're going to do. And can you believe it? I've asked you on Instagram and I've asked you on my YouTube channel, and I've dutifully put the names down. Sorry for my scruffy handwriting and everything. I can make sense out of it. Which devotion you guys want to do. And can you believe it? It came to a dead tie. 21 votes for each person. So I want to say thank you very much for each one who voted here on my YouTube channel and for each one who voted on Instagram. I all add them together. This is YouTube and this is Instagram, and it came together exactly the same. So I was a little bit confused, and I didn't really know which one to do because both of them I think we can benefit from both of them. But I just decided at the end to do the Seeds of Kindness because it's a newer devotion, and a few people said, oh, they've got the devotion and they'd like to see how I work through it and get some ideas. So I thought, let's do that first, but I've not given up on the Open Doors one. I really still want to do that. So I'm definitely going to do that. I'm actually thinking of writing a little mini devotion for it. And then when we can do it, I can just, anybody who's interested in it, I can just email it, and then we can work together through it. So yeah, I'm just putting that on hold for the moment, and let's go through the Seeds of Kindness. I just want to show you again what you get in it, the main things. As I said, you get these little devotion. It's just short little prompts, ideas, which I'm going to incorporate in my devotion. And then you get the prompts, and it's divided into empathy, generosity, mercy, hospitality, compassion, uplift, and kindness. And then these little tags, let's give you prompts. Reflect and think about what Scripture reveals to you about kindness. Consider how God's loving kindness transform your heart. And these more practical ones, like writing somebody letters of kindness, pray for someone who has hurt you or a situation that's in mending. And then obviously you have these cards: hospitality, mercy, generosity, which is like the seed pattern, compassion, service, another little prompt, uplift, empathy, wisdom. Some of them I made a little bit bigger. So that's that. And then obviously you get the ephemera. I've got a mix of ephemera here between this kit and the mustard seed kit, with lots of cute little girls. I think that's actually from the mustard seed kit. It doesn't have a seed packet for kindness, but I want to start my prompt off by thinking, what is kindness? And because there is a few verses we can look at and see what kindness is in, and I want to concentrate on Colossians 3, where it says, clothe yourself with kindness. I love that idea that it's something we put on. So I think definitely we're going to think about that. So here's all the ephemera. There's a little envelope which you can pop some things in there. I don't know if that is with, I think that's just for the latest Becca Bonball printable, but I also link it down below. And then some pattern paper I've got here already. There's some of these offer letters. We can maybe, I don't know if we can use it today, but one or other time. So yeah, what I'm going to do is we're going to start and put our first entry in. I'm just going to make a nice, soft, beautiful, hopefully, entry. I'm not going to make it too complicated. I just want to put these beautiful ephemera in the Bible, and then I want to reflect on these few verses, what kindness is, and I'm definitely going to make it like a journaling spot where you can put it down, and then obviously we'll talk about it. So yeah, I hope for those people who voted for Open Doors, I hope you're not too disappointed. But as I said, we just put it on hold for the moment. I will definitely do that one or other time. And so let's do, over the next 3 or 4 weeks, we can look at the different aspects of kindness. We might maybe do 2 together, or I'll just choose which ones I feel drawn to, and we can do it. And then at least if you've got the devotion or you want to pick up the devotion, then you have an idea how to work through it. Okay, let me put you on fast forward. I've got all my papers and my things ready. I'm going to use that beautiful blue pattern paper. I think it's from the Sarah Gleason from this collection, or it is from the Becca Bonwell mustard seed collection. It's sort of a collection that goes together, it's in conjunction with each other. So I'll link them definitely down below. So if you would like to pick them up, you're welcome to do that. I'm just using this pattern paper, which is also part of the one of the 2 bundles, and I'm making a tag. I've decided just to start off with the tag just to make sure that it fits in behind that blue paper, because I wanted obviously to make sure it's not too big. So I'm just using this method that you cut off the one corner, and then you just take it over to the other side, and then you cut it off, and it should make a tag. Sometimes it doesn't work out 100%, but I just cut the one edge off a little bit to make it sure that it is exactly the same. And I'm just putting my hole punch in there and put a ring enforcement over it, and just to secure it. So I'm just going to put my tag in behind there, and I'm going to do later my journaling there. She suggested about 4 or 5 verses to look at kindness. And as I said, I wanted this entry to focus on kindness because it's the seed of kindness. And I love that concept that when you sow seeds, it's a slow and small process. You sow it, you have to wait, you need to nurture it. They need to have enough sunshine, water, fertilizer to grow. The same with when we sow kindness. It might not have an immediate effect. Sometimes it have an immediate effect. If you think of the effort and time you put into your kids' life, the kindness and the time and the effort you put into your children's life, but you might not see the fruits immediately. But by the grace of God, hopefully you will see the fruits as they grow up and they mature into wonderful young men and ladies of God. So that's how I'm thinking it's a long-term process. You just sprinkle a little seed here and you sprinkle a little seed there, and hopefully you will have a harvest at the end of the day, because that is what it is, a seed. If you grow a seed, you will have a harvest. So I'm going to talk a little bit later about the verses. I'm journaling in Colossians 3, and it's of the whole bit of Colossians 3, but I'm going to pick up certain words there. Just to get back to the artwork, I've just decided to tear some papers off there with that my tearing ruler, and I'm just playing around. I'm just putting my little clusters on, and then I've decided actually to use this little dresses. It's from Elaine Davis. It's a set from her. I'm not 100% sure what the name of the set is, but it's all about, I think it is about clothe yourself with things. So because this Colossians says, put on then as God's chosen ones, holy and beloved, compassionate hearts, kindness, humility, meekness, and patience. So it's put it on, clothe yourself with it. So that's why I thought I'm going to put this cute little dress there. I just backed it up with a blue pattern paper just to make it pop out. And then I'm going to put this blue doily there, which is going to be my focal point. I've just taken everything off again, and I've decided to put the little devotion in the front of the tag, so I can just know what it is about. And she's just saying that through scriptures, kindness has been sprinkled through the whole scripture, because obviously God is kindness. We get our kindness from God. We will never be able to be kind by ourselves. So it's from the Joseph story to the Good Samaritan, the Proverbs and the Psalms, Jesus' ministry. It's a golden thread of kindness are woven throughout the scriptures in a beautiful garment, one we are meant to wear for everyone to see. We are to be clothed in kindness, His kindness. And then she's talking about Colossians 3 verse 12, that is, clothe yourself with kindness. My Bible said put on. But it's the same idea. You put your clothes on in the morning, don't you? So yeah, and that is just, we have opportunity to clothe ourselves with kindness. So we can decide what type of garment it's going to be. Is it going to be a beautiful garment of kindness, or is it not going to be? Yeah, kindness comes in different forms. Sometimes it doesn't look like you think it's going to look. Sometimes you have to tell people the truth and tell them the way they're spending their life, or going about their life is not the best way, or it might lead even to eternal death. That might be kindness. Sometimes kindness is taking a plate of food for somebody in need, or a sick person, or visit a sick person in hospital. Kindness sometimes is keeping quiet. Kindness sometimes is speaking up. It can come in different forms. And what I like about this Colossians passage is it's got a few verbs. It says in verse 1, it says, first seek the things from above and set your minds on the things above. Because if we don't do, we're going to get confused about what kindness is. We might think kindness is just the things we have in our mind, what it should be. But kindness might be look different in God's eyes. And then it says, put to death in verse 5, therefore, that is earthly in you. And then it's got a whole list of things: sexual immorality, impurity, passion, evil desires, all those type of things we need to put off. And then it comes to verse 12 there. It says, now put on compassion, compassionate hearts, kindness, humility, meekness, and patience, bearing with one another. Yeah, bearing with one another is an interesting concept. It's, to me, it's just be easy with each other. Just don't forgive each other. Don't look at all those things that could possibly be irritating you or you don't like. Yeah, that's something I'd like to explore a little bit more, is bearing with one another. Just to get back to the artwork, you saw me fiddling quite a lot, putting things back and forth. I've put a little clove in kindness there at the bottom on a little tab. And then I've put these flowers. These flowers is not from the printable. It's from actually Fair Looms, which I've bought for the first time the other day from their company. So I thought those flowers goes perfectly and it works beautiful with the colors. And then I just thought something is missing there at the bottom, but I didn't know what, and putting something there would have been maybe a little bit too much. So I've decided to make these little art marks because I couldn't find some of those diamonds which I've put at the top. I had some more printables, but I couldn't find it. So I thought I'm just going to make my own diamonds with the stencil, and it created a little bit of interest. Yeah, I don't know really sometimes how it works or if it looks good, but I just thought it might looks good. Then I've decided to just do a little prayer. I said, just Lord, let me clothe myself with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Amen. And then I've put my date stamp there. So I'm just going to create my own little tab there, top with one of their hearts. And then I love this. It's almost like a barcode, and it says kindness. I thought it was quite cute, so I thought I'm going to put the tab up there. So this is my first entry for this devotion. I hope you enjoyed it. And we're going to explore some more of these seeds of kindness, what it means, maybe hospitality, compassion, mercy, exactly what it means. So I hope you're excited with me to do that. I'm just going to write or journal at the back the verses he gave. If you want to look it up, it says Zechariah 7 verse 9, 1 Corinthians 13 verse 4 to 5, Ephesians 5, Matthew 7 verse 12 to 14, and Titus 3 verse 4 to 5. So that is the verses. I've just journaled it also there. It just talks a little bit more about kindness. And then I've decided to put this little prompt there which says that consider how has God's loving kindness transformed your heart. And as I said, we cannot, without God's kindness on the cross, his forgiveness and his grace, it's impossible to be kind. And that should spur us on. Whenever we see these things, it's good to look at different examples in the Bible and even different people in our life who's kind. But the best example is always God, and that should spur us on to be like him, he's the author of kindness, to be like him. So I've decided just to put that word kindness there at the bottom, just to connect the two, and I just underlined my verse, and then I decided to use as one of these, it's an old illustrated faith stamp set, and I just wanted to use that arrow just to point to that verse. Just a little bit interest. I'm trying to do more stamping, as you know. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this entry. If you did, please give this video a like, and if you haven't subscribed, I'd really appreciate if you would do so. And yeah, let me know what is your definition of kindness and how do you see kindness. That would be interesting for me to know in the description box, to see how we perceive kindness. So yeah, must have a fantastic day. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.